Hey YouTubers, it is Carrie Ann here. I hope you can see me. Anyway, I just wanted to blog and let you know that I got a new camera, and hopefully, you all can hear me okay. And, I got a camcorder called a flip camcorder. Anyway, it's been okay, I guess, but like lately. My husband and I were having a hard time finding a house that fits our needs. I guess part of this video is gonna dive into, you know, appropriate housing for people with physical disabilities. At least in my state, a lot of the houses are considered split level or 2 levels or whatever. But there's not a lot of what we call ramblers, which in other places are called 1 level houses. Anyway, so we haven't been able to find a lot of ramblers that fit our needs. We found a few before the tax credit ran out, but due to such the competitive price wars, like people overbidding us is mainly what happened there. But I need to be within my comfort zone, and no house is worth. My dad uses the phrase being house poor, which means you have a house that you can barely make the payment for, and that's it. You have no money to do anything else, and I don't want to be house poor. I want to live comfortably where so anyway, so I've had to, sorry for rambling, but I've had to, so we've been looking for about 6 months, and looking hard, going to properties the minute they hit the market, and it's been very taxing on me physically and emotionally. Physically, it's just really hard to climb up and down stairs to look at houses, and I don't want to buy a house that I would have to climb up and down stairs for my living. The bedrooms all have to be on the same floor. What I originally wanted was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. But what I'm settling for is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-car garage, with the ability to maybe at some point change it to a 2-car garage. But for now, I'm just gonna have to be okay with it. So at this house that we looked at, I wouldn't have settled if I didn't really like the house. So I guess I'm not settling per se, but I'm just compromising, because this house is perfect for my family. It has a nice backyard and everything. I just hope it goes through. We had a house about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago now, anyway, and it ended up to have a sand foundation, and was built in the 70s, so there was no more sand to the foundation. So basically there was no foundation underneath, and that's not gonna happen. So yeah, so we didn't get that house, but hopefully we get this one. So when you're physically challenged and you're looking for either buying a house or renting a house or renting anywhere, you know, it limits what you can look at. And it's very disheartening to know that not every place is suitable for people with disabilities. You know, I can understand a house not being that way, but apartment buildings, you know, depending on the age of the building, you know, we currently live in an apartment building that has an elevator and has handicap parking sporadically around the property, but the door that is closest to my apartment with an elevator only has one handicap spot, and and it's not even by the door that I enter, it's by another door. So anyway, there's about 5 of us who well, 2 residents and 3 visitors that sort of need that space. So I don't know, it's sort of, you know, I just don't want to be doing it anymore. I just don't want to have to worry if I'm going to be able to park close enough to my door that I don't have to worry about my knees and stuff. Anyway, as I age, it's getting harder and harder to move around physically. So anyway, I keep exercising, which is always a good recommendation if you have cerebral palsy, to keep your muscles in tone. I've been on Weight Watchers twice now. Once before, after baby number 1, and then after baby number 2, I went back on Weight Watchers. So anyway, I've been on Weight Watchers for I think 8 or 9 weeks now, and I've lost about 13 pounds, maybe. I don't know. I've lost count. Anyway, but in total, I've lost about 30-something pounds. So I'm very pleased with that and happy about that. According to Weight Watchers, a healthy weight for my height, it was 4'10". My healthy weight is anywhere between 96 and 120. And I was, for a very long time, 98 pounds. And let me tell you, I hated myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I looked like skin and bone. It was really, really disgusting. So, I set a goal of 115 for now, and then, if that gives me an extra 10 pounds if I really wanted to, that gives me an extra 10 pounds to lose if I really, really want to. But anyway, so I don't really want to, but irregardless. So yeah, so that's that, and I'm really excited. I weigh in tonight. I weigh in every Tuesday, but anyway, so I'm a little nervous about it. So I've been going through a lot of pressure, a lot of stresses, and I've noticed that in some previous blogs, or whatever you want to call them, vlogs, I've stated, and I've made a video of just a little tidbit of information about what I went through personally in the subject of abuse. And anyway, so I don't remember very much my past. In fact, I can't recall anything past the age of before the age of 13, maybe 14.